Breitbart News Executive Chairman Stephen Bannon to be the campaign's chief executive. So will these moves be enough to get the campaign back on solid ground? Marianne Marsh is former senior advisor to former Senator John Kerry. Matt Schlapp is chairman of the American Conservative Union and former White House political director for President George W. Bush. So, Matt, let's start with you. How would you assess the changes in the Trump campaign?
Look, I think they're adding talent to the team at a critical juncture. Usually these campaigns start in earnest right around Labor Day, and you have a candidate in Donald Trump who loves looking at these polls, and he hasn't liked looking at those polls over the course of the last 3 weeks. And I think this adds the extra oomph to the team as they start to make their television campaign, as he knows he's got to stay on message in order to be in play to win this thing. And the last thing it does, John, is it adds two very known and respected conservatives to the top echelons of his campaign, which is critically important that he continues to bring conservatives and Republicans home, once again, if he's to be in play to win this thing.
Well, Marianne, he it is late to making changes like these. Is it too late?
It's not too late, but it is really late. There's 82 days left to go, and Donald Trump's not left with a lot of great choices. There is a very fine line at this point between getting your campaign, doing things to get your campaign to catch fire, and spontaneous combustion. And for Donald Trump, that may be a mutually exclusive exercise. His message is perfect for the Republican base, which is why he's the nominee. But does that same message and does that style translate into getting moderate Republicans on board and independents? That hasn't been the case thus far. And I think that's what Donald Trump's going to wrestle with for the rest of this campaign. The things he has to say and do and how he has to do them, does it expand his voting base without alienating the folks who've been with him all along, or does the opposite happen? And that's the thing to watch in the remaining days.
John?
Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, let me just respond to that quickly. I actually think both Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are not in that position. Hillary Clinton has to continue to work this uneasy relationship she has with Bernie Sanders supporters. There's this Green Party candidate who's really catching fire. She has to keep working that. Donald Trump has to continue to work his conservative base the whole time. Actually, what you're going to see is two candidates. Yes, they're going to reach out to the middle and to independent voters, but they're going to constantly work their bases. And what Donald Trump has to first do is continue to bring conservatives and Republicans who are still recalcitrant home. And so the messages from both these candidates are going to be based on who are the base of their party.
Yeah, you win the nomination by winning the base of the party, and then everyone says you pivot to the general election. Now, Donald Trump was talking to a news organization called News 8. Here's what he told them. He said, everyone talks about, oh, you've got to pivot. I don't want to pivot. I don't want to change. You have to be you. If you start pivoting, you're not being honest with people. No, I am who I am. Marianne, give us, I mean, you're coming at this from a Democratic point of view, but give us your assessment on that. People do like honesty in elections, don't they?
Right, that's right. And Trump is right on that. People can smell it when you're fake. They know when you're trying to be something you're not. And that would be Donald Trump on a teleprompter. That does not work. No matter how hard he practices, he's not comfortable with it. Even if they disagree with you on positions, if they think you're being authentic about it, then they're willing to give you the benefit of the doubt. I think the problem for Donald Trump now is with many voters is they are no longer giving him the benefit of the doubt because of his many personal criticisms against various people across the voting spectrum. That's the trouble for him. And I think in the next 6 weeks or so, the thing I'm going to look for is if he's not winning. I think he can cut her lead, but I don't think he can come all the way back. And if he thinks he's going to lose, does he make the decision that there's mutually assured destruction here, that if I'm going down, I'm going to take Hillary Clinton with me? And I think that's the big risk he could take, and that could backfire badly on him and hurt her pretty badly as well.
All right, Matt, give us your assessment. Is it too late for the Trump campaign? Can he battle back?
Not at all, John. We all know that most people aren't that political. Most people haven't really engaged on the campaign. I'll agree with Marianne. There are some character traits that Donald Trump has put out there that they don't particularly love. But the key is this, which is the issues that are important in this election are a broken Washington and needing an outside voice to fix it, fighting radical Islamic terrorism, and getting this economy moving. Donald Trump leads on all of those key issues in this race that every poll shows you. What he now has to do is execute on the message around each one of those critical themes. problems, and why Hillary Clinton is both dishonest and untrustworthy, and why she is not the person who's got the ability to change and to fix these problems. If he stays in the pocket on those messages, which Kellyanne and Steve and the others on the team will do, I think he's in a very good position still to win this race.
We started with Matt. Marianne, I'll give you the last word.
Well, the fact is, voters trust Hillary Clinton to fix problems, and Donald Trump's numbers are barely better than Hillary Clinton's, only 5 points on that. And I think the big challenge for Donald Trump is he has lost white women with college degrees overwhelmingly. They are usually Republican voters. Hillary Clinton now has a 30-point lead with them, and I find it hard to imagine that Donald Trump could say or do anything with 82 days left to bring them back on board. That's the difference in this election.
82 days.
Keep your eyes and ears open.
Seems like a long time to me. A lot can change in 82 days. Marianne Marsh, Matt Schlapp.